Alright, gas-powered tire dismount machine.
Yeah, you ever seen a gas tire machine? Got one, right?
Yeah, everybody's going electric, so we're going true to the roots.
Yeah, this is a
staying gas.
3,600-pound tire machine. They do make bigger birds.
Where can I put this? Up there, that ought to get it. Alright. Let me put the switch on. Race truck and tow truck and work truck.
Tire machine.
Tire machine.
And the garage.
Yeah.
Car parlor.
All the above. Alright, I'm doing a little bit more to the 64. Me and Dad's planning to go race next Sunday. We're going to go down the Shady Side and just take them on a Sunday and race each other and just have fun with them. Calamity and Bad Penny. Go line them up and run them. Just to have fun with them. I had that scoop on it. And me and Dad was talking and I'm putting my old original scoop back on. It was on when I wrecked the car. It was on when I first built the car. I hand built this scoop out of metal. And it took some beating and a few bends and cracked the place and all that when I wrecked. But I'm masking it all up, going to shoot it all back black again. And see, this is my whole scene. That's got my Calamity right there. And then this is a scene from a movie called Once Upon a Time in the West, where Harmonica, his brother, was hung on his shoulders. And he put a harmonica in his mouth. And it was his job to hold his brother up. If he dropped, his brother would be hung. So, really good movie. If you ain't never seen it, watch it. Once Upon a Time in the West. Awesome movie. But this is the flashback of what happened to him, which led to the final duel, which is a killer duel. This is just a good movie all the way around. But yeah, I put that on there because I just thought that was a really cool scene. But, masking all that up, I'm going to paint this thing all fresh black again since it's all faded and cracked and busted from wrecking it. It happened when I wrecked it, man, all kinds of stuff. Because the whole front end of the car flipped over. So, fixing it and putting it back on there, and that's the way she'll be. There's my old scoop back on. Just like it was when I built the car. I've done the black and the black with the black top just because the car used to be black, and it helps keep the sun from reflecting back into inside the car off the hood. I could probably come up with something cool to do on it or whatever else, but for right now that'll just work. I might do gold, panel that out and do gold. Don't know. I should have done it gold panels like that across the hood and the trunk, but I just shot it black for now. It'd be good enough. Okay, so pop my scoop back off. It's fit to where it goes on and off. Grab my old V-stacks that I had on the car to begin with and put the gold ones back on, and they look awesome. Got the skinnies up front now. Radials on the back. Vacuumed the car out. Put the other seat in it, the seat cover. Vacuumed it out. It's never been cleaned. And now we're gonna move stuff around and put it on a ramp truck for racing activities. Ordered some more lug nuts. They're supposed to be here maybe tomorrow. And
felt it come up the top side like bloop.
Yeah, it's right on the back here.
See, when I tell you, people measure stupid.
That's how big it's on there.
measure it.
Damn sure is.
And the golf cart could probably come up another couple inches.
Well, we can actually pick the golf cart up and shift it.
Oh, I can come up closer now. Look, people, it fit.
Down there. Said it will. I didn't think it'd go.
We could come up, like I could pop that tank off, we could come up a little further, and we could shimmy the golf cart a little further. It'll come on there a little ways. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, so we've got Karla'S Camaro in here, and we're going to do a cam swap and all that, but I'm not swapping the cam. I'm leaving the cam, it's in it, and I'm putting a 3800 PTC converter in it, getting rid of that stock junk converter. It's just way too tight. The motor wants a converter. When I had this combination in my other car, I had a 3200 and 488 gear, and it ran great. So instead of changing everything, I'm going to put a converter in it, and she's just going to have to get used to driving it like that. Where the engine's happy. The 342 gear is still going to be fine with a loose converter, and it should behave 150 times better. It's just so lazy down low, and instead of swapping the cam out of it, I'm going to leave it because this is the first engine I ever built, and that cam and everything's been in it since the day one. Instead of swapping all that out, I'm just going to put a converter in this thing, and it'll be good. And then we're going to put a 100 shot on it, a nitrous plate with a 100 shot. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get up on the lift and pull the trains out. All right, it's been about 40 minutes, and I got everything's out of it to pull the converter out. Just gotta ease the transmission on down, pull the converter, put the other converter in, and put it all back in there, which has sucked, but it's not too bad. But we're going with a bigger converter instead of changing the cam. It'll just make everything better. All right, here is the old converter. See how massive this thing is? It's huge. And here is the new PTC. Tiny, like in comparison. But see, PTC, that's a 10-inch. So this is a 3800 flash stall. And that thing is just garbage. So, I've been out here helping me. We got it out now. So, we're just gonna try not to spill a whole bunch on the floor. All right, old converter's out, new converter's in. And we're fixing to pick it up and stuff it back in the car. All right, it's probably been like 15 minutes and now everything's back in. Just got to put the converter bolts in. All right, started about 7:40, give or take, and it is 9:30 something. So that's record time for doing that.
9:48.
Yeah, 9:48. So roughly about 2 hours. Just coming down on the ground. We're gonna fire it up and see how it acts with the new converter. All right, this is the new converter, the 3800, with the same cam and everything else. and I'm pretty excited. You'd think it was my car. Oh. He's got a converter now. Here, and I just brought it up just.
I know, in the gravel.
It's gonna be good.
Thank you.
Yeah, the engine was still a little cold, so when I hold it down, but it doesn't drop off the end. They was just doing that like out and down when it was still cold.
Yeah.
But like you can't, like before, you know, it's. Now it's just
Yeah, no, you couldn't even really hear the difference. I definitely noticed that. It's like you just gave birth to another baby.
Yeah. All things gonna run good now. All right, put the exhaust on Karla'S Camaro. I did a converter swap, and this converter is gonna be so much better. This whole engine combo sounds way happier. But these are 2-chamber flow masters. Dad had them. He's like, take them and stick them on there. And this is the kind of combination I ran on my car. I had a straight through bullet race muffler that went into this. And if we go race, we'll take all this stuff off. But this makes for a really nice tone. It quietens down enough, it kind of changes the pitch, and then it comes out back here. It sounds really good. So this thing ought to sound really good and be quiet. It'll be quiet enough, but still sound really good. So I'm just welding all that up there. Probably gonna take them loose right there and weld all the way around, but not bad. All right, there's the exhaust. We'll fire this thing up and we're gonna hear it. It's just go outside. I'm gonna back this thing out, and just so I can hear the way it sounds now. It should be a lot quieter than it used to be.
Okay.
All right, all the exhaust on board Camaro. Layla's my camera lady. Turn around and say hey to the camera.
Hi.
Do what? Oh yeah, sounds like Dennis and Chevelle. Yeah. I gotta fix that exhaust leak. Well, thank you, Layla, for filming. Yeah, I gotta fix that exhaust leak, but I mean, it's still loud, but it's not crazy loud. She's just taking Layla for a ride.
You want to do a burnout? Huh? You want to do a burnout? Oh, car died. Just in time.
It ran out of gas, so. All right, we are fixing to take this thing up the road and test out the new converter. Carl wants me to try it for the first time, just see what it'll do. It ought to help this combination out a whole bunch. I mean, it ain't gonna be no rocket, but it ought to help a lot. So we got different exhaust on it, 3800 stall. I need to drain the trans fluid and put new trans fluid and stuff in it. It's got better brakes now. I still ain't adjusted the timing, and I still got an exhaust leak up there. But I got the timing low. So we'll just see what it does like this. It's about to get dark. We're gonna run up there and lean on it one time and come right back. And Carla's gonna be inside. She'll film with my phone. All right, I got the exhaust back off. I'm fixing, this block had a place in it where it seeped coolant for a long time. I'd done that back when I had the engine in my car, and the place where it's seeping, I had JB welding, and it's just, I mean, that's probably 10 years ago. So it's starting to seep fluid again. So I'm cleaning it up and going to JB weld it. I've got to take the header off this side to do that, but I took that one off so I could weld up the rest of the exhaust and fix any exhaust leaks. This thing's got exhaust leaks, it's just driving me nuts. Just tick, 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 tick. Can't stand it. So I'm gonna figure out where it's at, and I'm gonna weld it up. All right, I got the crack cleaned up and JB weld on it and all that. That's just got to cure. I always want to wait 24 hours or so I'll mess with it tomorrow evening. All right, I'm welding studs on right here, bolts, so I can mount shocks, because I got shocks for an S10, not for a Camaro. So I'm building studs to mount the shocks up and down like they're supposed to be, because I'm not buying shocks for a Camaro when I got some for an S10 that I can make work. So that's what I'm doing, cleaning it up, welding it up, and put them on there. Got the block fixed, got the header stuff on, new header gaskets, all that, so it should be good. All right, there we go. So I did the stud, welded it onto that to come out. Goes up to the shock mount. These are off of S10, it says right there, S10. So, made them work on the Camaro, get rid of that boing, 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 bouncing. Alright, got the second side done. All welded on there and bolted up and all that. Had to use a couple spacers, but it's on there. Just been plugging along, got a shift light wire in there, got a seat belt and stuff in. She's gonna have shoulder harnesses and stuff, but the shoulder harnesses come with that belt kit weren't long enough. They're made for a roll cage, so I might have to put a roll bar in here to attach the belts to. Shift light works great. I had to wire all that in. Got her belts and stuff put in. Should be good. Should at least have a lap belt. So cool. I got the trim pieces up in there. These are junk trim pieces, but that's all we had, so I put them up there. Keep that headliner in place. Some of here's really bad. We got to buy new ones, but for the now, then we'll have to work. It's about 11:30. I'm calling it a night. Got a lot done on this thing. Alright, Camaro is all sanded down once again. Fixing to do it white. She wanted it white, and it's going to look good white, so that's what we're fixing to do. Fixing to paint this circle white. Just got to wipe it all down real good. Alright, there is Karla'S Camaro. It is now white. I got to redo the hood and fix a few places, but she is officially white now. We rolled the first coat and then I shot it with the spray gun for the second coat. It's actually got about 3 coats on it, really. Spray gun was acting stupid. I about throwed it in the woods. But it turned out pretty good. Like I said, we're going to touch up a few places. But I think it looks better white. We got to clean the windows and all that. I definitely think the white makes it look. Okay, Karla'S Camaro is now white with a black hood, and it is now a posi. And it's got a shift light in it and a tach and all that. But I'm gonna go down here at the bottom of the driveway, take off with it with the posi, see how it feels, because she ain't quite comfortable yet. So we're gonna get an idea of how it feels first before she does it herself. All right, here's first gear. Ready? Alright, nobody's seen Karla'S Camaro since I've done everything to it that I did. Painted it, changed the wheels on it. It's got drag radial and stuff on it now. Some skinny front runners. We're going to put weld drag lights on it, but for right now this is what's on it to change the look. Check it out. Here's Karla'S Camaro. 275, 6015 drag radials. Some rallies with center caps. Some skinny front runners. I think that's a 165 8015 on the front. Blacked out all the grill and everything. Got a 1-inch spacer on it now and a 650 HP carburetor that I got from Tim Fox. I traded and got that. I had a 700 double pumper on it, but I took it off and put the 650 on. Because I let somebody borrow the 700, so seems to like this pretty good, especially with the spacer. 3800 stall, 342 gears now. Yes, she wanted it white, so that's what I've done. Mix up some paint and shot it. Looks pretty good. Still got to redo the hood, but here is her Camaro. All right, go ahead. The car looks so good. It does look so good.
That's cool.
Oh, it's still full of crap though. Fans and belts and weld wheels.
That much probably won't change to a whole lot.
No. Well, cool. All right then, hop out. We'll go get some grub.